Zalman Schachter. How are you? Cousin Mike Fitzpatrick.
Hello.
Hello. I think I met you yet in Dharamsala.
Okay.
And you were the one who told us that we could travel while there was trouble in Uttar Pradesh, and you said, go ahead, you'll make it.
Okay.
I remember, bless you. Hey, bless you.
Hi,
How are you?
how are ya?
How are you?
He's the translator.
How are you? So, first I want to tell you something. When I met His Holiness the Dalai Lama last time, I asked him a question. Translate in between, I'll make short
I'm
sentences.
going to sit down on the floor so we can this is easier.
I was saying that there have been 3 turnings of the wheel of Buddhism. And after Vajrayana, what the Dalai Lama is doing now is the 4th turning of the wheel, bringing it into the world today.
아니 저기 콜로.
What did he respond?
He just said, so this is the 4th time that you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, because when His Holiness goes to garden, what's the Madison Square Garden, and initiates 2,000-3,000 people into the Kala Chakra initiation, then he's trying to do something on another plane than on the physical, social plane. And I asked him about that, and he didn't want to give me an answer, I suppose because he's Kagyu.
Who, His Holiness? And it's just a Chugi Korla Shibaris, just burn in Madison Square Garden, New York, like Chipunana, maybe because tree needs some dinner on Midwa. And they do Kora Woncha now do Trimampo Pekioro, just on Dila Naya, but Gachumbo in Nai Karianas, and they Javan Yonangi Mendus, and they Karian Koran Kaguba, Yanas.
So 근데 근데도 말해. 근데 벽을 주로 자체 싫어와. 용조 냠내는 스트레스. 주로 용조 우리리스.
Actually,
근데 다디 근데 그 말이 길로 말이 님고 말이 주로 용조 냠시는 걸 밀에 추 상만 당도 낸 거로 쓴 거지. 팀 하자베 남바상에 추어서 임베 아주 벽이 벽아저게 주로 신발에 90도 더 나치 그랬어.
Actually, His Holiness is not of one order or another. You know, of the 4 lineages, he's neither Kagyu, Ningma, Gelug, or Sake. He has interests in all of them, and he also has lineages and teachings in all of them. And he teaches all from all of the lineages. So he really encourages, the practitioners to practice in the lineages, without indifferentially, and not only that, but he encourages a harmony between all of the Buddhist traditions and religions.
That I believe, because he not only encourages harmony among Buddhists, but the whole world.
Yeah. This is Nambecher de Tunlam Mase Zambuli Nikangla Tunlam Yoyati.
근데 그도 장소 표발 손주는데 다 아주 점물인데는 주로 망보여레스. 주로 소소소 행거레스. 그셔비유스. 이내 라나 소소 그 주주 제한테 럽종하고 쳐레스. 소소 럽종 맞은 아니 냠낸 쳐도 말레스. 양스 송고.
As I'm sure you've heard, whenever His Holiness teaches, he always makes his point that there's many religious and spiritual traditions in the world, and they all have, they speak foundationally on the same things, and it's really important to respect each of the traditions. And he says, yet each of us may have different dispositions for one or another, and with that in mind, it's important to study and really understand each of our faiths.
On my car, I have a bumper sticker. My religion is kindness from
Yes.
from Dalai Lama.
My religion is kindness.
But I have a very specific question that I want to raise with you. It has to do with the following. When I look at the karma that's now around in the world, it produces so much bad stuff. And our teaching, the mystical teaching, says that you cannot solve problems on the level in which they occur. You have to solve the problems on a higher level. And I'll stop at this point, then I'll say something more.
Danda miyu la miyu chipu la nyokja sangtuki maris di karasa dila toa dila karasa sampa toa da karasa di dila toa dila chip nyokja sang ogires the miyu the nansu the mida minada the chipu sangtuki maris go ahead.
And at this point in my life, when I'm getting older, I'm now 83 years old. And I'm thinking about what the planet needs. And I believe that it needs some people who can go like the oracle into those places and there to straighten up what needs to be straightened up and to work in an ensemble that would include men, women, and people from different religions, and want to hear what suggestions the oracle has about how one goes into those regions and what one does there.
I'm just sort of clarifying the question.
There's one more point that has to do so much of the teachings that are in Tibetan religion, Tibetan mystery, is about thought forms. And the thought forms that are now active in the world are bad ones. And how to change those thought forms.
Tajina Hanzo Tinghaz and the Shat Ronzamli Songore. Hanzo Chida Sungulia, Lingde Shenshi, Kasan Shumba, Shalo for no Palanju Chang Dameni. Yoa, Majoti Shar Pache, Ronzamli, no Chandon, Lingde Sheet in the Songores.
So sort of to give the background of the Tibetan point of cosmology, of how we describe the universe. We sort of, in the mandala of this, we say there's like the four directions, and that this planet Earth is in the south, and then there are other like continents or universes in other directions.
The Lingde Shi Che Digilan, Luda Lubanga, Yonda, the Lamjo, Germany, the Germany, Gitasi, Yanti, Higi Parulia, Lingde Chuma. 게차서.
Well, I won't go into the Tibetan names for it because it's
Yeah,
probably
it-
pointless. But we have the four main directions, and then we have the what's it in the corners? The other directions, sort of the other four directions. That
So like southeast and northeast
yes,
and
yes.
so on. Yeah.
and so there's another like more planets or more.
되게 참말이야 신기 거 같다 신감다고 아주 전문이 난다 유어비지 단디 디르다 되고 글로리아 전문인 거 거버죠와 전문이 기대를 리겨버려요레스 아니 랩 기대체 아니 샤로 노 장제 될 참시체 아니 니만 다 나와직체 디 엔도스 거래경이 나서다 왜 된거와 그래서 딘데 숨고 때 되고 로리아
So you mentioned the Kala Chakra earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Kala Chakra tradition, in relation to this universe, we have in the middle of these 8 directions,
yeah.
we have what we call Mount Meru, and then the sun and the moon, and then this, and they do a corgi,
니만 다와디 거래경고
and then the sun and the moon revolve around this Mount Meru.
I was in the stupa up in Red Feather Lake, and I was inside going up. So it's not only the directions that are on the plane, but there are also directions going higher.
Yes,
and
yes. Susan, Sunny, and Suchi, perhaps the children, your rock around the chimneys, needs children around the chimneys. Just a shock game on Massa. Become the thing yours.
땡도 와요
So we have above and below.
Uh-huh.
디
Yes.
저는 디 노가 타는 게 링데 거나 쇼거라 링데 거나 디 노가 탄데 디 노가 제가 디 숨고죠 디 숨야 게 탄다 가지고 전문인 거가 쏟다디 리리 마레스 그 전문인 리리 채워 마레 쏟다 로가래 자디 가지고다 베제는 마 셰샤 들어봐 뭐스 들어가서 체리게 땅 전문인 리리 통고도 와 리리 마도 탄데는 통고 제가 군대 내가지고 겨울음 지가는데 전문인 리리 이내리 나나 이내리 수수미 이내리 켜와케요 말했어 상계 좀 되네 진행 건 그냥 전문인 체계만 해 말했어 아주 미셈 누가 해 그랬어 쉬어서만 해 그래서 디기 단다 전문인 이거 가지고 개치면 말했어 샬롬 넣자 되게 되가는 거
So, going back, like we do have, like a saying, talking about the 10 directions, the 8 directions, and then above and below. So
yes.
we talk about that in the 10 directions, but this, what I'm explaining is slightly different in that we're talking about the placements of all these planets or universes
Mhm.
in the different directions. And so, and how it's explained in this particular tradition is that it's not explained that the earth is round as we know it is, but it's explained on another level or another
Mhm.
plane. And His Holiness the Dalai Lama often says it really doesn't matter what shape the earth and these different planets are.
Mhm.
Because when the Buddha actually came to give teachings, he actually didn't come to give teachings on the shape of the different world systems, whether they're round or square or like
Mhm.
or triangular, but he came to
근데 이제 다 단다 링신인데도 소바더니 신감다 되니 되니 야지 간대한다 추가다 신주도 왕지스다 신감 아무 소문데 디나를 유용하게 단다 공소는데 지금 하달라미 프랑스 내다 지금 로가래 얘기나 중에 되게디 그러나 컨트롤 리버지 프리아 리버 요래 되네 지금 다 수미 그 감사해서 수미에 된 소리야 레시아요 소통의 명예 근데 도와 제가 딱 안수 전문인데 나라야 전문인 지용 조단데 조금 뭐지 링데 셴베기 네 수준 아주 되는 키용 통나 따다 대유미 신고
So as we talk about this sort of map, if we want to call it, sort of this layout of the universe, we have the 4 main directions and the other 4. Then in the center is this Mount Meru, and as we rise up, we have all different levels of form and formless realms. And like there's like Ganden, there's like Churka, Shindra, Wangzhe, there's all, we have names for all of them.
Mhm.
And as the levels of the gods rise in I guess accomplishment, or in there's like both form and formless realms, and even the formless realms, they're maybe activity, but they are in a sense without form. And so I think going back to your question as to if there can be solutions that come to us from higher up to solve the conflicts and the problems on this level, he says the beings in these other realms, they actually live in another dimension, and whether the solutions that formulate in that dimension actually can be of benefit at this, level, plane, it's it's uncertain.
So so we're getting closer to the nub of the question. How can we collaborate with them?
I see. Okay. Daddy. Yeah, we'll some it deal a dane, don't answer the me you chat, some woman with me your chat, and then how you your chat. Concert the Jawa chane, and the concert in your den your body, and answer the Jik Shing body, Jik Jawa chaya, and the Yapo Yama, the certificate race.
You do that.
Can I make your was? Can it get like can I make your was? That's a good question.
Yes. Di nube 당아요 뭐 지당 미용조 nube 당아요 뭐 스군디고 nube 돈에 당아요 말와.
미 mama.
nube 코란 하기 삼류 내제의 nube 점리 미긴 삼류니 내다 찍고 요 말로 nube 당아요 말와.
It's kind of an unequal in the ability between human beings and that of the higher gods. We don't have the same power. We don't have the same, ability.
단 이내 개체슈데라 안주 된다 로와직주 때문에다 로와직주 요로와 냐와이다 튼도타 하마이 둘이 담메리숨 다 냐와이다 튼도라 따야 해요 말이 무슨 단 안주 미디 대요로와 parte 다 땡래야 하다 하마이 요 미디 디숨 둘이 내 숨다 머리 숨요로 디나네 안주 상계 고반 토야디 니버쳐서 밀어요 니버 치슈 안조로요 상계 고반 토야디 할리케는 상계 고반 토요 말에 하마이리케는 상계 고반 토요 말 든돌라다 아전자 상계 고반 토야비 니버쳐서 미누된데요 아주 미누된데 지단지나
Actually, in if we speak about it in general terms, we humans actually have more potential than even the titans and gods.
Yeah, they're waiting for us to do something.
Yeah, because we speak of the 6 realms. The 3 lower and the 3 higher, hells and spirits and animals, and then the 3 higher as being humans, titans, and gods. So, let's not discuss the 3 more unfortunate ones for now. But of the 3 higher ones, humans have so much more to our, in our abilities to attain, like for instance, fullest enlightenment, than even gods. The gods do not have that in them to completely attain that fullest liberation.
When I was talking with the Dalai Lama, he was interested in angels. So when we were talking about that, in our belief, angels can't change. Cannot change. Human beings can change. And they are standers and we are walkers.
I see. Angels Devas and the Jawas. Chasam the Koran angel the Mansumi Luden Yagis. Angels Koran Jagas Sukuderis, the Karasakosa, the Gopong Tobo Tokinonis, Mansumi Tokinis, Koran Gunduna Shivani. Gundu angel did Karitis, Koran the Shivani.
군듀기 코나를 간다 인적
Koran and the Korangi. Kunjumate angel the Jig Daga, Dearis, Matsu Jig, Gombagacanis.
I believe that.
I think that's
true. In Jones in a calendar country, opinion. That 딘저 탕디야 무시샤요레 무시샤요레 나를 피하는 데고요 차선요데 상계게 고반 토고초는 밀르된 거래.
See, the angel, the word angel in Tibetan we call kandro, which means skygoer. I mean, literally
That's
translated
right.
as skygoer. And so there's clairvoyance. There's certainly a certain amount of potential and power there, but to accomplish a fullest state of enlightenment, it comes back to the human realm, the humans.
If I don't want to be impolite, but important, the question that now agitates me is how one learns to move to those higher places so one can interact with those beings.
With angels and with higher
Yeah,
beings.
so
like
that one can straighten up the thought forms that are at this point sick.
다디 디소는 지우르가 주변 평액이 항상 우대처럼 오래스 우대인데 담지선바 담지선바서는 그 하슈서티 평용에 이시바디 이시선바스 와 디소.
Okay, first of all, just going back to my position or his position as the medium for the chief state oracle. How that works is he is like the physical basis or the vehicle to receive that higher entity, that other entity that comes through him. And so we call the physical basis to be the commitment body, the physical body.
Right.
And the higher, the protector or the oracle that comes through him, that's the wisdom essence, the wisdom body that transfers through.
다 담지베 이시발 표현도 디가리아 주변 패처도 아니 담지 셈베기 시바 상마 이시로도 왕도 주차래.
So when the oracle comes through the medium in trance, the medium's consciousness basically is, to literally put it, is like empowered. It's like in a sense overpowered by the oracle wisdom aspect.
디갑데 아니 롱교야게 미주기야 소소 하마와 니주 제디 쇼존 제제네 롱대교야 디갑데.
So it's at that time that if there are questions that we may not be able to answer, those questions are posed to the oracle, and that is during those times that the oracle gives prophecies.
이내야 예체도 좀 나란히 셔요. 내가 가르치면 좀 소소는 셔요.
However, once the trance is over and I become
Back
like
into
back
the
to
body,
the
yeah.
normal, present
Consciousness, yeah.
person, I cannot recall anything that has been said.
디레. 따텐데 단다 프랑스어야 저디 송고였어요. 최종대도 규제네스. 아니 먼저 직된 감데 톡. 내주대도 현체. 내가 저 롭션 시고한데 여기 송고로. 네. 네. 근데 최종 송고서 팬이 전다 가르 송고를 쓰나. 먼저 레기움대 송아 송고. 레기움대 된 거죠. 트림네로 드롱고 먼저 유된 다게 토라. 점링 다게 토라. 상매 제도였어요. So the children 송고서 메시지 레기움대 송아 송고.
The message that has been consistent, that has come down through the Nechung Oracle, is, and this I may answer your question
Please.
in part, is that it's something that we as human beings all are capable of, because it's really goes back to paying attention to our actions which create cause and result, and which we really need to straighten it out at that level. It's like if human beings can understand that, then there are some solutions can be found.
자산다 디 렌데 송야 남샤 디게디 조디 뭐 산게 좀 되는 송아 파지 송야 요 마레스 이네디 직된 감려야 직된다 가서 콘 좀 있는데 산게 때만 디 다르대요 이네 냠내 체마 지금 가서 강사 소설 미 소설을 알려고 랑이 소설 이네 가서 좀 있는데 힘세나다 돈하마제제 또 힘되어 힘에 내가 들어야 아니 태수단이었다 양조 태수단이야래 아니 양시 꾸며지는데 조경 송모죠 태수는
So, since we're talking about this tradition of the oracle in relation to Buddhism, many of the Buddhist teachings do cover the meaning of cause and result. So there's like teachings in depth on this subject, and those practitioners of this particular faith, or who actually would do the practice, we may understand it on a level just intellectually, but we may not really really take it into practice. We may really just kind of wander and just not pay attention because it doesn't seem so important, or it's not something that we are so mindful of. So because of that and this crucial point, the oracle constantly reminds us.
If I hope I'm not being impolite, because it's such a wonderful opportunity. So, as from cause there comes to effect, there is an in-between possibility to be able to steer a little bit. And I want to know if he has something that he can offer. There's a sport in Canada, it's called curling. They take a rock and send it down the ice, and there's some people there with brooms who are sweeping, and they're making sure that they can steer a little bit. You can't steer a whole lot because there's a karma in the stone, but a little bit you can steer. And I want to learn if there is a method for steering a little bit between cause and the difficult effect.
Tati legumes 디스야리야니 나도 지금 감이 심벌로 좀 쳐고요. 말 주요 숨을 뜬고 막 산지 좀 되된 순샤비 주주 디나리 세시 세와 레군데 남다 레디산의 데우디 가서 유디산의 데우디 용물이 유디산의 데우 동의 용물이 요 개와산의 아니 데우 가서로 개와다 요 메가산의 데우디고 용물이 진짜 남다 다시 타와 송요레스 아주다 주주 유디 등에 쉬는데 아주 상계 두도는 안 점리 디나리야. 좀 제가 상요레스 달래고 말에 다 신경 셔만으로 좀 제고 말이스. 또
So I think it goes back to our resolve to really steer it in the right direction. It's something that we really don't need communication with higher spirits or higher entities, or to really receive a message from someone else, because we really, it is, all the teachings are here. And as was said earlier, in the Buddhist teachings, they're really, on this subject, there's so much detail. Like if this action is taken, this will be the result. Right? If this karma is if you do this will be the result. And there's really detailed explanations of all of this. And so we ourselves, we have control over this matter.
Oh, I would like to ask one more thing, and then I'll leave you alone with questions. How did you prepare to be visited by the higher mind, by the oracle?
The Nechung Kuten, the 가르사 추경 마당공은 샤식 마당공은 자주 가는 남들이스.
추경 폐하 공스고래 공합이
Before the first trance, before he became the medium.
That's right.
마 추경 지 샤식 마당공은.
꽤 재미있어. 지나나래스. 난 추경이 담버레스. 제가 저리 제고 말아 남겨지나. 난저 미망부지네 공부지기 지다 빼는 차샤미네. 미지나 담고요나. 나는 프랑에 다시 제가 미팅에 좀 당연히 삼지. 아니 하나 담기에 대해서 그 수제 렌쟁에 요 말이. 제가 또 담아나다래. 하고 막 도겨오게 막.
He made no preparations because it's like he was chosen by the oracle to be the next medium. And he says it's just like if you have like a society where somebody is chosen to be,
right. He was picked for the job.
And so in a sense, they already looked into if he could do if he can fill the position.
So he
in
came
advance.
with the signs and everything for that.
I mean, he literally said it. He was, they wanted to see if he had the qualifications in advance. And so then he said he himself was surprised.
제가 네 종링아 군주 제어와 군주 내대 견한 내주 수요 피를 견한 되바 유베 군주 내대 까는도 견한 편도 유베 근데도 견한이야 삼는 날 가려였어 송도 예 당나 주경 패야 된 거랑 레인지리스 주경 패가 도는 게그 메마다 있다 시험을 심지어 팬토도나 아니 지금도 쉬우죠.
So after the first spontaneous trance, right in the beginning, there was an audience with His Holiness, and His Holiness asked if I'll just say I since I'm translating for him, since I was ready for if I wanted to do this, and if I wanted to be the medium to serve that way and to enter into trances, and I answered was saying if it must be my karma, and if I can be of service to the Tibetan people and if I could be of service and benefit to the Tibetan government, to the Tibetan people and all sentient beings, then of course I will be of service.
I know it takes a lot of strength and energy out of the body, so I want to say a prayer for you. Robust health, all right?
Thank you.
I appreciate what you're saying because you seem to really understand this, and so thank you.
Misha Berach, Avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Misha Berach, et kol nevi'ei ha'umot, Misha Berach, afilu et Bilam ben Beor, upatach lo et Eino, hu yivarech et, what is his first name? Gudenla. בעבור שאנחנו מבורכים אותו בשכר זה הקדוש ברוך הוא. ישמרהו ויצילהו מכל צרה וצוקה, וישלח לו בריות גופו נאור ומעליה, חיים ארוכים וברואים, כדי לעזור לעמו ולכל היושבי התבל, ונאמר אמן.
Amen.
What was the meaning of that?
What was the prayer?
What was the prayer?
The prayer was the one who blessed our ancestors and our tradition, and the one who blessed all the prophets of all the nations of the world. Let him give a blessing, and then I mention his name, and give him strength of body and vigor and length of days to be able to continue to serve his people and the interest of all the people on earth. And for this we said Amen. Well, After that, he has to eat something.
Thank you.
Yes,
You're very kind.
we have the food over here. We could put the cake there. They would like to have
우리는 당가수도 기쁨이 왜 졸라나지 요때.
Thank you for
Does anybody else want to talk about something here or say something?
just hear the
You were
message?
smiling all the way along with it. You were agreeing to everything that is happening.
I was agreeing to your questions
이마
and also
카시에
the
지는가
answers.
단 이제 분다직이 친사가 아메리카는 렌토르 가서 같이 오래. 제자다 들어가서 양가지 슈 점을이나리아 다 고발오면 구역이 강에 미망오지 체리베다 돈 하고 그런 것을 용되는 거라서 상관이 강에 연구를 했을 때 난다 답변은 다 디서그디 덴버나리아 슌지즈 아니 현주 말게다 참도 디데원이 세리다 디데 용되는 거 스타디 가서 그래서 디토리아 당고 이게 가서 한번 좀 여러 개만 제제 대주거를 가서도 summer pace 제제 초도와 그래서 이제 당원의 시주 중스 그때는 좀 영향력을 장은 집어지면 삼 장진세계 삼 숙제 장면 거였어. 엔 학벌도 전문의 시디당 농부된 생자거나 아주 출루 요대비가 게요. 쇼도 납치 교문이 메모를 배우는 데 쇼인스. 그래서 그는 차라고 된데 랍다된데다. 된도 양세 잡아진지도 나도 편도 좀 시작했어.
So since I've been in America, it's been over 2 weeks, and been kind of giving some talks here and there on global warming, which is really quite a crisis during these times. And then last night we were in Denver and at a hall because there's been so much youth violence there, and so there were a number of the parents and other concerned citizens that gathered, and we were talking about the importance of loving kindness and really taking an interest in our communities. And I was saying that the problem with society today is just this self-interest, just the importance of the self and personal gain, and just really it's the importance of like caring for others and seeing that their interests are more important than our own. And so I think it's so important that there are great religious leaders as yourself, and schools that, and just communities that can really kind of set the example and set the standard for for our nations.
I didn't bring a kappa, but imagine.
I feel. 수시자는 매우 생각 좋았죠. 그냥 수시
No
가는
colors. The kata was of no colors.
수시 가는 I'm feeling
You feel with that.
얘네 아주 가다 땅 거에 쪼디 디아우도 가다 땅 거에 또 지야디 편주기 저와당 가변는 줄이스 그냥 알아 자 샘띵네 가와다 저와당 버디 가다를 가래.
The kata, it represents like just a closeness with another and a connection with another. But he says, I feel
It
a
came from my
closeness
heart,
with you, and so there's no need for an outer symbol.
자 세상에 되는 감을 카시 슌도 좋아하는데 쿠란기 탄다 쿠란나리아 땅 베디 점린 시디요나다 점린 미참마 야고 차야리아다 하규제 하기 신감내 먼저 롭존내야기 이데도 장도는 것도 왔어 쿠란기 탄다 저와도 되네.
So, just going back to our early conversation, you were saying that is there a way that we can connect with a higher source for inspiration and for guidance so that we could be of greater benefit in this chaotic world?
단 딜래야 아주 출루 창마 출루 용서로래야 소소소게 주주제요 소소 변발이요 디기 냠내나요 근데 자 최종 소마다고 규제 나오 말에 미자랑은 수는 소소 간 대바 유베 군조들 소면한다베디 아주 출루 용서게 낸게 최용의 창맥 소면한다 낸데송 저는 정신기 하네마 대신금네 랍절렘데 하가르다디.
So, in a sense, in each of our faiths, we have great masters that can inspire us. The past masters. We certainly have, like we have our particular gods or particular Buddhas or particular revered ones. And so all the guidance and teachings that have come down through each of our traditions, they lay out, display all of the paths that we can all follow. And that is in itself is so much even, greater than what we can receive from like a godly entity.
At the same time, there are new unprecedented issues that are coming up that haven't happened before. And for these, we need, we need more insight and more guidance, because the past is good, like driving by the rear view mirror, but we need to look at what's ahead.
Yine Dingsan, ngema, that is a history. Ngema le, dupadu, Dingsan but ducha la yoris. Chasan di la chikamiba chewa bogiris.
That they lang anzo nimangatu, nimangaya to so to shoot dire, nima gave us sang danger. Nima anzo leve, gewa le, Gatamachewa, the Tanda Gewa Chick when you pay yours, pay in the yours.
So we actually call this time the time of the degenerations. It is a time of chaos and difficulty and just conflict, and as you're saying. And what we had previously, we call the fortunate aeon. And at the time of the fortunate aeon, in comparison, if one were to perform a positive activity during the time of a fortunate aeon, 100 times then is just one now. So it's like if we do one virtuous activity now, it basically represents 100 of what was done previously.
And that's what the Tanya says that too. The Tanya says that too.
Yeah,
In
one
the fifth
candle,
exile, where
one
this
candle in the dark. Yeah. In Kali Yuga, every good act becomes a sunlight.
Yes. They do it, so do it. We have exactly the same thing. So even though there's different religious traditions, we have the same meaning. So lighting the way, we have to light those candles so that people can walk through the darkness and walk out of the darkness and
See,
be led through the
when
path.
active tikkun and repair is like reparation of all that, the darkness. Now we have a lot more power now than we did before. Reparation.
Very good visit.
Thank you.
Money did now. I have some more money. You get to the design the real money. You get to your wrist. The also nyawa that to have me again. To what you took the Goya.
So this is the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum with the 6 syllables. Yes, which represents freeing the beings of the 6 realms.
Compassion.
Right.
And the design of the mantra in that way, he did it. It was done.
Para some gati puti so.
Thank you.
For you.
Oh.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Would you like food? We have
Okay.